What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Almost broke the chair there. Not sure if you guys saw that, but in this video, you know the deal. We're going to break down the markets, talk stocks. We're going to break down some charts and go over my thoughts on the markets. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into the video. And by the way, get your 10 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit, and you could also get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount of money deposited. Those are linked down below. Literally free money, guys. And with that being said, let's dive into it. I'm losing breath right now, guys. Woo. Let me clear my throat one more time. We're good to go. So the S&P 500 today ended up going up 0.25%. We had the NASDAQ and the Russell carrying the majority of the weight today in these markets. The NASDAQ went up 1.2%, so pretty good day for tech out there. We had the Russell up 1% as we had the Dow going down, or it went down 0.1%, VIX down 5.5%. We had gold and silver down as well. And last I checked, actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think I checked Coinbase today, crypto. Let me pull this thing up real quick and see what's going on Coinbase. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. I'm assuming it went up today. Yeah. Bitcoin. Wow. Bitcoin's at 20,400. So did I miss the plunge under 20,000? Did we go under 20,000, guys? Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the chart now on Bitcoin. We hit $20,071. When was that? Was that yesterday? Oh, wow. That was actually 2 days ago. I must have missed that. Whoops, I missed that, guys. So we almost broke under 20,000, and now it looks like we're at about 20,000 again. And if you look at this chart, which you can't see it, but go on the Bitcoin chart and pop up the weekly chart maybe, it kind of looks like a descending triangle to me. And the way that would play out is we end up breaking under 20, which I think is going to come, guys, quite frankly. You know, I don't know when it's going to come, but at some point in the next couple of weeks, I do see Bitcoin going under 20,000. Now, do I think it's going to go to zero? No, but under 20,000, yes, it could go 14, 15,000 in my opinion. You know, that is the next main spot that I see Bitcoin going. So let me know your thoughts about the markets down below in the comments, guys. What we're noticing here is, again, we had a nice green day today, and we are still not really seeing a sharp correction to the upside, right? We're still clearly in a downtrend. In fact, SPY hit a fresh high this morning. If you guys fresh low this morning. If you guys take a look here at about 10:45 a.m., we hit 362 on SPY. Triple Q ended up hitting at that same time right around 270. So these are both trading at fresh lows as of today, guys. And, I guess Triple Q hit a low yesterday. But either way, they're at lows right now with no signs of a reversal. So what I'm trying to get at here is, do not get excited that we had one strong day. I don't even want to say a strong day. It really wasn't that strong of a day considering the Dow went down and the S&P barely went green. But don't get fooled, right, by this little green day we saw today. That's what I'm trying to get at. We still have major resistance points coming up here on Triple Q. If you guys take a look, right around $280, you guys can see that. That was a big resistance, or rather, it is now a resistance. It was support back in, let's see here, May. Almost into June there. So that's going to be a point coming up right around 280. If that point breaks, okay, we might have a little rally after that to about 285, 290. But if we fail at 280, which by the looks of it, it's possible, there could be more downside easily on Triple Q here in the short term. And if SPY does not break out of, let's see here, big resistance is coming up, right around 370, 378, 378, 380 on SPY. That's a big resistance coming up. And right now we're at 365. So there could be a little rally, sure. That's why I have my alert here at 372. If that breaks, maybe we go to 380, but don't be too excited, guys. We could easily get another wave of selling. And my plan right now is next time we get a big rally in these markets, I'm probably going to go and buy some Triple Q, SPXS, or SPXS, right? It's the right one. And go short the market, because I'm not convinced that we're all of a sudden back into a bull market, or we are going to get into a bull market anytime here, in the next couple of months, weeks especially. So whatever rally we get, that's substantial like we got a couple of weeks ago, decent rally, I'm going to be looking to short that via SQQQ, SPXS, and, who knows, maybe I'd short SPY, which I typically don't do that. I really never do that, but never say never, right, guys? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button and make sure to subscribe if you guys do find value in the videos. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, and as always, I appreciate you all so much. Without you guys, literally, this wouldn't be possible. I mean, without viewers, what's the point of making videos, right? So I do appreciate you guys, your guys' support a lot. So let's cover quickly and do a little update on what's going on with energy right now. So crude oil, let's see here. Crude oil's at 108 a barrel, roughly where it was when we filmed that last video. It's down about 5% right now. We're closed down 5.5%. And the truth is, even though it's down, like I said in that previous video, crude oil still is holding the uptrend, which is pretty solid. So that is good. And we talked about in that previous video what's going on right now. Biden, the Biden administration, they're putting pressure on these energy companies. ExxonMobil responded, and I forget word for word what they said. We covered that in my previous video, but they're like, listen, we've been investing heavily for the past 5 years, millions and millions and millions of dollars, and, we're doing our part in a way, right? And sure, is there price gouging a little bit? Probably. I mean, I'm not an expert in gas, energy, oil, and I've said that before many, many times, and I do understand it a decent amount, I'd say, but I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, I mean, there probably is price gouging out there. Let me know in the comments if you guys know more about energy. But at this point, Biden, putting this pressure on and saying, oh, we're going to take action. And, could he even do an executive order? I mean, who knows? Probably. A lot of presidents have abused their power with that. And, it could be a thing he's doing. But in my opinion, that is, like I mentioned in my previous video, or maybe I didn't mention that on YouTube. I think I mentioned that on TikTok, which if you guys are not following me on TikTok, make sure to go do that. It's at StasserFest. Do that now, at StasserFest, and on Instagram as well, at StasserFest. So I mean, a president shouldn't be able to do that. That's pretty. That seems like a lot like China, right? Like a communist regime. I don't want to live in that, right, guys? And I don't think that is the way to go. And I don't really think Biden or any president, for that matter, should be able to do that. But the energy markets are spooked, right? XLE has gone clobbered. I mean, this thing is down in just the past 8 days. You can't even fathom this, right? Well, maybe you can, because a lot of crazy things have happened. But XLE is down over 20% in 8 days. I mean, this thing is in a bear market in 8 freaking days, guys, from $93 to $73. And I believe this, and I've been wrong before, and you guys, you got to realize I'm not a financial advisor and I can't tell you what to do, but I'm highly confident that this will bounce back. I truly think it will. I think the energy markets are being spooked, no doubt about it, but I think it could be a little bit of FUD. Who knows? It might continue going down. I could be wrong, but I believe this will get bid up. I think buyers will come in around $70-$75 on XLE, and in a week or two, a couple of weeks, we'll be back over 80. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm long XLE, and I'm still holding on here. It's not like I'm panicking and I'm selling. I still think we're going to see upwards price pressure on crude oil. I think gas prices are not going to alleviate anytime soon. And we'll see. We got to keep an eye on Biden. What's he going to end up doing? Is he just blowing fume up our, what? Is he just blowing fumes rather? Is he just doing, the typical political, charades before the election? The midterms. I don't know what's going on. All right, so we'll see. It's a wait and see approach here with energy, but again, I'm still holding, my position here. So let's see some other ones. XOM went down 5.5. Did I mention that already? CVX, I don't think I mentioned that one. BP, let's see what BP did today. 6% in the red. That one got destroyed. So all of these are now extremely oversold. So, we could be getting a bounce back, relief rally in the next couple of days here. And mind you, Monday, the markets are closed. I think we will, in the short week next week, get some sort of snapback on these energy stocks. So we got to keep an eye on them. Another one that I'm looking at here is SEDG, which is Solar Edge Technologies. This ripped today. 8.5% green day for this stock. What a freaking day. And this is one that I called out a couple of months ago. I actually saw my prior analysis to this. Or the prior analysis that I had before I cleared the drawing set to draw the new analysis, right, guys? And we had an inverse head and shoulders drawn out, in the end of 21, and that led it all the way to about February, March, and we drew that out. It played out perfectly. We sold back off to about $200 a share, and now, lo and behold, look at this, guys. We have another inverse head and shoulders. We have a golden cross. We are slightly under the 50 moving average, but if this starts cracking above 285, 290, there could be a lot more upside on SEDG. No doubt about it. That right shoulder could end up going 320, 330, maybe upwards of 340 if things really got hot. So I put my alert at 290, right above these moving averages on the 4-hour chart. Let's see if we get a repeat of what happened last time we were in this, literally the same exact pattern, which was a couple of months ago. So SEDG, I like that one. AMC, let's talk about the hype stocks here. AMC went up 6.3% on the day, and I feel like these are gearing up for another move. Look at what we got here. Clear higher lows on the 4-hour chart. We're at the bottom of this channel. You guys can see that. And we're noticing we're in a wedge at the same time. So look at this. Again, we're making higher lows in the channel, but within the channel, we have this little wedge here where we've been hitting lower highs the past couple of weeks. Look at that. One at about $16.75, another one here at about $13, $14. And if we're able to push past where we are now, roughly $13.50 here on AMC, there could be a massive breakout on the stock. No freaking doubt about it. Towards the top of the channel, $16, maybe even $15. Maybe even higher than that. Who knows? And that's what this is gearing up for, in my opinion. So I'm being patient. I have my alert set. I'm just waiting for that break out of the wedge. GameStop, same thing. Look at this. I actually called this out on my Patreon earlier. Make sure you guys, if you want to join the Patreon, check it out. Link down below, or go to stocksurfast.com/Patreon to join. Check this out. GameStop went up 8% almost on the day. We are above the moving averages, so this looks even more bullish than AMC. Now, today, GameStop broke out of the moving averages. We have that golden cross, and there goes Siri talking on my iWatch, or whatever it's called. Lost my train of thought there, guys. What was I saying? It's breaking out, right? That's what I was saying. And we have that golden cross. It went up almost 8% on the day. This, in my eyes, no doubt about it, is gearing up for a move towards 150, 45, maybe even higher than that. So GameStop looks solid. AMC, RDBX, let's do an update on RDBX. Today, this one up 2.7%, so a little modest day for Redbox Entertainment today, guys. And we're noticing, number one, it's still above the moving averages. That's solid. Number two, the volume has come down a major way, which kind of makes sense. It's been dying down a little bit here the past couple of days. But if we're able to get another, a flood of volume coming in, we get a breakout of $13.75, that general little dollar window right there, there could be a huge break. I mean, look, 2 days ago, actually that was yesterday, this stock peaked at about $13.75, $14 in the pre-market, right? If this takes out that 14 level, I am telling you guys, this could be gearing up for another move. And let me make this clear. Let me make this crystal freaking clear to you guys. These stocks are pure gambles. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what anybody says in the comments, in the AMC community, the GameStop community. Oh my God, it's going to go to $1 million a share. Do it for the apes. We don't care about money. That's another BS thing. People say, oh, we're not in it for the money. Come on, stop the nonsense. You guys have to realize these stocks are very risky. Trade at your own risk. You can lose all your money, but if we do get a crazy, big move up, things play out, you can make a lot of money. But again, trade at your own risk. Personally, I would not put any amount of money in these stocks that I'm not willing to lose. Would I put my kids, my non-existent kids, graduation fund in that, or his college fund? Would I do that? No. Would I put my savings, my emergency fund? Absolutely not. Would I put some gamble money? Yes, I would, guys. And I might do it. I called out GameStop on Patreon today. I didn't play it, but I was pretty dang close. And next week might be the week I trade it, guys. Maybe AMC and Redbox as well. We shall see. And let's talk about a couple of more here before I wrap the video up, guys. Foot Locker is one that also did well today, and we did call this out on YouTube, I believe yesterday or maybe 2 days ago we called it out. And today it went up 5%. Pretty nice day for Foot Locker. It's hovering right around $28, $29. So this is one that's trading in a channel. It has been over the past 4-ish months, and right now it's right under these moving averages, $30, $29, $30. And this is one that I'm being patient with as well. I'm going to see, okay, is it going to break out of 30, or are we going to get selling pressure around those moving averages? So in the meantime, I'm going to set my alert. Mark is that we're above $30 a share. If that point breaks, boom, top of the channel, mid-30s. That is where this could be going. So I'm watching, I'm watching a lot of, I don't want to say weird stocks or odd stocks, because people watch these stocks all the time, guys. But, I don't want to talk too much about big tech today, or, the ones we talk about a lot on the channel. Although we do talk a lot about energy on the channel, guys. I'm watching kind of, these more smaller companies, but obviously they're well-known: GameStop, AMC, Redbox. I don't know what I'm getting at. You guys know what I mean. I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll wrap it up here. Hit that like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, join that Patreon. Again, link down below. And do not forget to get your free money for Moomoo. You get 10 stocks, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit, and you get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. And if you guys want to check out Seeking Alpha, you get $40 off the premium membership, which is 30-40% off. That's a big discount. That's linked down below. All that's linked down below. It helps out the channel, guys. I appreciate you as always. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at StossRFest. We're crushing it on TikTok. I'll see you there. Peace out.